I feel like everyone should know how to make yogurt. This has become such a staple in our house, and I love the ritual of making it. The whole process of fermentation is so rewarding. When you spend like 30 minutes to an hour making the yogurt, letting it ferment, and then you get to enjoy it for a week or 2 weeks. I couldn't believe how simple it was when I started, and so I just wanted to share with friends and family how to do it, because it's fun. So all you need is milk and a starter culture. So you can use any kind of yogurt that you have, or just make sure on the ingredients it has an active bacteria culture. And I recommend just buying one that is just milk and a bacteria culture. It keeps it nice and simple. And a pot. I find it so easy to digest. For some reason my system just loves it. I think because it is just so simple, such simple ingredients. And I also love that I can flavor it without putting a bunch of added sugar. Like I just use fruit or honey or really anything that I want. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So you're going to want to start with pouring however much milk you want to turn into yogurt into a pot on the stove, and then you're just going to crank the heat. So if you have a thermometer, you're going to let that milk come to about 180 degrees. And if you don't have a thermometer, you're just going to take it off the element before it reaches a boil. And then you're going to let it come to a temperature of 108 to 112 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you don't have a thermometer here, you're just going to let it until it becomes lukewarm, so you could either pour it on your wrist or dip your finger in it for a couple seconds. So you're going to take that lukewarm milk and you're going to separate out about a cup, and you're going to add your yogurt culture or your starter culture, and you're just going to mix these two together. And the ratio here is per cup of milk, you're going to add 2 or 3 teaspoons of yogurt or starter. So before, I have just decided to add my yogurt or my starter directly to the pot, and you can do that, but when you separate it, you homogenize it even better so that the incubation process is a bit more seamless, but it will work either way. I think this is just kind of an extra step, and it's kind of fun. So then you're just going to put a lid on your yogurt and let it incubate. It's important that it stays a little bit warm during this time. I like to wrap mine in a towel, but you can also put it in the oven or on top of the fridge. And you can leave it for about 6 to 12 hours. I am pretty flexible with the times, but this time will also vary depending on your culture, the temperature, the lactose content, or the freshness of the starter that was used. So after the yogurt has incubated for 6 to 12 hours, you should put it in the fridge just so that it can set, and it will stop the development of acid or any further fermentation. I made a ton of yogurt.
Oh, babe. That's awesome.
So just a tip here, if you leave your milk at that higher temperature of 180 degrees for like 20 minutes, your yogurt will be much thicker. I kind of like to play around with it and sometimes just find that it is thicker or it's thinner, but either way, it's quite tasty and I don't really mind. There's an awesome PDF from Washington State University on how to make yogurt, and I will link that in the comments because it is quite interesting if you are fascinated by this.